What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It is Miesha B here, back at it again with another video. My name is Miesha, aka The Bold Budgeter, and I make content based in financial wellness, which has some of like getting my life together, faith-based, and financial literacy. So if this is something that you're interested in or you just want to gain more knowledge, please, please, please subscribe. I'm so thankful to have you here. So this video today is a cash envelope video, cash stuffing video. This is the process that I use to get out of $27,000 in debt. Today, I do not have that, but I am still trying to rein in on my spending. I have a net worth of over $150,000. And this is just like documenting my journey into financial independence, which just means having enough in investments that I never have to work again. So in today's video, we are just going to stuff $610. So let's get right into it. We're going to start off with my cash envelopes, and cash envelopes are just where I go back and forth between that money, meaning I spend that money a lot more than my sinking funds. So this is just more of a budgeting tool to use. Now, as you all can hear, I am congested for some reason. I am sick again. Like I said, I am a high school teacher. Let me move closer. I am a high school teacher, so I do get like the germs of my teenage students. So we're trying to figure out a way to like get my immune system back to where it was. Although this time I think RD, who is my partner, he's the one who got me sick. So I'm not really mad at my kids. It was him. I know it was him. All right, so for eating out, we are doing $30 that we're gonna add. So we're gonna take a 20 and a 5. So 20, 25, 30 for eating out. I am off this week, so I probably should have put a little bit more towards eating out, but we'll see how that turns out. Another thing is this like month from last month, I spent extra money that I wasn't supposed to spend. So my per session, which was originally supposed to go a lot towards like saving and investments, actually went to cover my like extras. So all my bills would have been paid, but like all the extra stuff that I have here wouldn't have been covered. So thankfully I had that extra check to rely on. So as you see, I spent everything in going out. Today going out is going to get $50, and I did not do this. I'm so sorry. So let me just update this. Paycheck. Okay. So going out is going to get 50. Actually, I think I'm going to do 2 20s and a 10. Okay. I like to always have a little bit of something in going out. Just so if I have to run out somewhere last minute, even though nothing is planned, it's covered. All right, did I not do any of these? I did not do any of these. So this is super annoying. Typically, I have been filling out my cash envelope trackers as I go, but apparently, for some reason, I didn't do it for my cash envelopes. Me, myself, and Bay was going to get 50, so this should bring this to 55. Okay, so finally we have an envelope that has something in it. 555 for me, myself, and Bay, up until the next paycheck, which will be on the 28th of February. I have been everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Okay. Blessings is gonna get its 5. And I'll go back in after. I just don't want to spend too much time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And blessing is just like if someone asks for an extra $1 or $2 on the street, I'm able to give that to them. I really struggle when it comes to like giving or like generosity, in the sense that I give too much. And I know that sounds crazy, but I will give sometimes to my detriment. And that's something that I'm really trying to work on in terms of like my own financial wellness journey, to give in a place that allows me to still do the things that I need to do, instead of like giving so much that I have to go without in a way that's not particularly healthy. So I know as a society, like we really uplift giving because people can be very, very selfish, but there is a borderline of like giving and not causing harm to yourself or your future family. So that's just something I'm trying to be a little mindful of. I did overgive again, even though it says, I use up $5, but that's part of the reason why I overspent in the month was because I gave over budget, which then caused me to have to like reassess um, where that comes from, but also caused me to like redo my whole budget. And if I didn't have this extra pay period, I would have had to dip in savings to do the things that I want to do. So this is why it's a financial wellness journey, to really get to the core of things. And for me, it's really trying to learn how to say no, because I already give so much already for the causes that I care about. And then it's like the extra stuff, like how can I budget for that without harming myself? And for you, this might be a different type of category where you overspend, but it's just something to be mindful of, because saying no is a part of being, an adult. And putting on your big girl panties or your big boy boxers and understanding that, like, no doesn't mean that you're selfish. No doesn't mean that you're not caring. It just means that you are prioritizing the things that are important to you. All right, self-care. Y'all, I don't know how I didn't write this. Hold on, let me get out my handy dandies. I don't remember what I put in self-care. Okay, so self-care gets 25. 25, which will bring us to 88. So there should be $63 in here. 50, 61, 2, 3, and we are going to add 25. So we're going to take a 20 and a 5 for a total of 88. Okay. So let's see. 50, 70, 80, 85, 81, 82, 83. What? Hold on. 50, 70, 80, 85, 86, 87, 88, 88. Okay. I was about to say, I know that I can count, but clearly I miscounted there. So $88 in self-care. And then groceries is going to get 125. I'm actually have a grocery order that I had to go pick up, which is $77. So this 100 will be different, but I'm gonna go ahead and put my 125 in. So this brings us to 100, 150, 200, 220, 225. And as I said, I'm taking 77 out of this when I go to the grocery store. I don't know, do you guys want to see me like taking money out and like rebalancing and making sure that everything is put together? I don't know if people are interested in that. I don't know if that would be helpful, but if so, that is something that I would be willing to do. So eating out, going out, me, myself, and Bae, blessings, self-care, and groceries are all fully funded for the next 2 weeks. And then we'll see what happens. I'm really interested again because, like I said, I just really need to stick to my budget 100%, no overspending, leaving my credit cards at home. And anytime I do use my credit card, it's because I want to get those bonuses and those points, but it's also allowing me to overspend. So what I'm thinking is I will only use my credit card on like online purchases, like today with the grocery store, and then repay myself immediately. So it doesn't give me the chance to overspend when like it comes to giving and such. So we have our cash envelopes completely done, and now we are going to do our lovely sinking funds. So I moved some things around once again when it came to sinking funds, just thinking about like my financial goals. So we're starting off with our cabin/lake house fund. I told you all I would not come back to this with the cash stuffing until it reached $2,000 because I am using play money. So right now there is $1,419 and 90 cents. So $1,419.90 in our high yield savings account for the cabin and lake house. The reason I have this in a high yield savings account is because the interest on that right now is 3.4%. So it's just easy money to make, even though it's only a couple of dollars here and there. It's more than if I just left it in the cash envelopes. And because that amount is getting higher and higher, I just want to make sure that I am utilizing it to my biggest advantage. All right. We have our car fund. So we started out with $73.50. I did not go into it at all. So we're just going to add 50 for a total of $123.50. As you see, I have the coins down there. So let's see, we should have, what is it, $73.50. So 50, 70, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2 for the 50, and then we're adding 50. So our total should now be 123, 50, 120, 21, 22, 23, and then our 50 cents. So we are making our way back. Y'all remember how I like depleted this. At one point, we only had $23.50 because of all of the things that I had to do when I moved in terms of like new car title, new registration, new license, like took me out. But we're making our way back to 123, and I think I'm gonna stop once I reach 200. So once I reach the 200 amount, I'll put that money somewhere else. But we'll see what happens. You know me, I'm like, All right, up next we have travel. So travel, I want to not go anywhere until I have $500 saved in travel, which we're not too far from. But as you see, I've been like taking from it quite frequently. Today, we're only going to stuff 50, and there should be 175, which after we add the 50 will bring us to 225. So let's check for 175 first and go from there. Okay, so we have 150, 70, 75. Perfect. Sorry, y'all. That just made it confusing. And then we're adding 50 for 225. So we have 100, 150, 200, 220, 225. Perfect. All right. Whew. And then after we get 500, I keep saying this and I really mean it. I'm going to separate travel fund out into the different funds. So like Mexico trip, Florida trip, miscellaneous travel, just so that I know where I'm at with those specific trips so that I have enough to do the things that I want to do. Also, my 30th birthday is coming up, so I need to start trying to think what I'm going to do for that. And then also Christmas, I want to have a Christmas fund again this year, so I need to make another envelope for that and to start saving slowly but surely. All right, laptop. I need a new laptop so bad, y'all. It just needs to happen. I was supposed to put a lot of money towards this pay period because of my recession, but as I said, I overspent, so that money had to go to make sure that my like necessities were covered for this month. So laptop is only going to get 150. There should be 100 in here. And then we're adding 150 for a total of 250. So 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. And we are adding $100.50. So we are making progress. 100, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 for 250, but it's not as much progress as I would like because as I'm looking at these laptop prices, y'all, they're like $1,800. So I have to think about what I'm going to do to beef this up, because I would like to get a laptop within the next like 2 months. So we'll see. I mean, I could make it happen, but y'all know how I feel about using money. I am supposed to get half of my scholarship, which would be $2,500. I paid the $5,000 and some change straight out of pocket, so this will allow me to replenish. So once I get that money, I'm thinking I could use that for the laptop and figure it out from there. But I don't want to count that money yet because I haven't gotten it. So again, I do want to get a laptop within like the next 2 months. So we'll see when that money comes in. But until then, I'll just be creative in ways to increase my income because we have a long way to go. All right, clothing and shoes is going to get $15. We had 85, bringing us to a total of 100. So this wasn't going to get stuffed, but the banker gave, like, when I gave him my slip for the bills that I wanted, he misstepped and added an extra 20, which is fine because I told him, like, it's okay, I'll just take it. So now this gets stuffed with 15. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 85. And I think that's because I try to, like, pretend like I don't care about clothes. And it's not that I don't care or, like, pretend. I do like looking nice. I do like nice clothes, but I'm not big on, like, the name brands like some people. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what it is that is my style, because I refuse to spend a boatload of money on certain clothes. Like, that's just not going to work for me. Like, timeless pieces, I will. Like, I've had some really great clothes that are, like, for work that last forever. That, yes, but, like, on the purses and that type of stuff, I don't know. Now I'm going on a rant, so I'm going to probably edit this out. So 20, 40, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 in clothing and shoes. I'm not super big on, like, brands. There are certain quality. I'm very big on quality, not necessarily brands. So you can get nice quality stuff that is a little more affordable than, like, the fancy name brands. So that's what I'm really focusing on, is, like, getting timeless pieces, and, as I said before, building up, like, a wardrobe capsule that really encapsulates the style that I want to continue to have, which is, like, the nudes. So I'm obsessed with these colors. I'm obsessed with this color that I painted my nails, and this is, like, where I am right now. Like, very, like, black, creams, whites, like, very nudish, like, light pinks, light greens, light blues, all of that in this season of my life. So I do want to incorporate more of that into my wardrobe. Okay, hair is going to get its usual 60. So we have 80. We're going to add 60 for a total of 140. So let's make sure we have that $80. I don't know why I did so well on making sure that my sinking funds were together, and then my cash envelopes just were a mess, child. So 80 we're looking for. So 50, 70, 80. And then we are going to add our usual 60. 222. No, I want to keep the 10. Sorry, 2 5s. So that should bring us to 140. So 50, 100, 20, 30, 40, 140. All right. So if I can get this in here. There we go. Ay, ay, ay. So we added an extra, I don't even know. I'll just update you guys. For cabin, like I said, I'm just taking the money straight from my checking right to my high yield savings account for this. So now we're at a total of $1,419.90. We added our 50 to our car fund. We added our 50 to our travel. We added 150 to our laptop. Only $15 to clothes and shoes, but this brought us to $100. And then hair, our usual 60 to bring us to 140. So I will have a hair appointment in the next 2 weeks. So we are all filled up here on our sinking funds and our cash envelopes. And I have an extra $30 that I am going to have for my, like, own personal spending that I will put into my wallet. Also not pictured here is the money for gas that I'm going to use, which I am taking out $70. That will just go straight into my little gas envelope for the next 2 weeks. Only 70 because I am not working this week. I'm so excited for that. So I won't be traveling as much and using as much gas. And really just using this time to focus in on me, my self-care, and trying not to spend a ton of money. All the money that I'm going to spend is going to come out of my cash envelopes. Everything else will be, like, museums and libraries for the next week. All right, y'all. Peace, 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 peace. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. I really do appreciate it. Stay blessed and stick to your budget in the best way you know how. Please like, subscribe, and share all the love in the comments.